Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining in. This is 22nd in the series where we're going to speak about one of the important laws we have in the Indian debt and capital market, which is ICDR compliance. ICDR stands for Indian Capital Market Disclosure Requirement, where we are going to speak about how ICDR comes into play when all the companies which are basically a small company or a big company is about to raise some money via using one or second form of instrument from Indian debt capital market. Well, from this side, I am Rahul Magan, working as a corporate treasurer in EXL Services India. At the same time, I am a treasury trainer in various firms across the world, predominantly in Asia, and I also hold the 3 foreign exchange academies in the world of finance, which is titled Foreign Exchange by Thinkers on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Dailymotion, which is the world's largest video site, and also speaking for roughly 26 global forums across the world. My first book, which is Options for Risk-Free Portfolio, published in New York, and second, which is Techniques to Hedge Your Interest Rate Exposure, scheduled to publish in Australia by December 2014. I'm again reiterating the fact that tomorrow we're going to speak about a beautiful concept which is known as ICDR. So what is ICDR? ICDR stands for Indian Capital Market Disclosure Requirements. Today is the first part of ICDR, and we're going to cover almost 6 or 7 parts of ICDR. So being the first part, we are going to briefly touch upon the basic requirements of ICDR and how ICDR comes into play. Well, take a very simple example. Infosys India Private Limited, Infosys Technologies. How ICDR comes into play in the system? We all know that every company needs one or second form of cash flow. Now, cash flows are required for 3 purposes. Cash flow from operations, cash flow from investing, cash flow from financing. Basically, cash flows are divided into these 3 parts: cash flow from operations, cash flow from investing, and cash flow from financing. Accounting statements are divided into 3 parts. One is top line, which is sales. Second is middle line, which is earning before interest and tax, and the third is bottom line. Bottom line is the profit after tax. This is revenue and this is PAT. ICDR will comes into play when any company want to do the following activities in Indian debt and capital market to hit any of the cash flow. The first would be IPO. IPO stands for initial public offer. Second is OFS. Let me write also. Initial public offer. OFS stands for offer for sale. Third, your right issues. Fourth, bonus will not, you can say stock splits. It's one form of dividend. In fact, I should write that. This is stock splits. IPO, OFS, stock right issues, stock split, buyouts, and safety nets. IPO, OFS, right issues, and so on. What do you mean by IPO? Initial public offer refer to, in fact, one more thing which I missed, this is FPO, follow-on public offer. 7th important, which is known as private placements. Initial public offer refers to an issue by a company who want to hit the market first time. Basically, the company is hitting the market the first time. Take a very simple example. Infosys Technologies, once founded, they are hitting them when they hit the market the first time. I assume it is, I think, somewhere 1999. Then in that sense, it is known as IPO, initial public offer. Second is known as OFS. OFS refers to offer for sale. Offer for sale refers to when the company is not issuing more shares in the system, or the flow of shares will not grow. Rather, the promoters of the company will decide to offload their equity in the system. Now, there are two thoughts in that. The one thought is that OFO, which is open for sale, offer for sale, would decrease. Obviously, that will decrease the equity component of the promoters. However, there are 2 thoughts attached to it. The one science suggests that this will reduce the return of equity of promoters because their equity will get down. Second thought suggests that open for sale would also always happen for companies wherein the scope of growth is always here. So promoter quantity would get reduced because of equity dilution. However, the promoter's revenue would get increased. Third refers to right issues. Right issues refers to when a company basically when a company issues shares. However, the first preference would be the person who is an existing shareholder of a company. Fourth refers to stock splits. Stock splits refer to if I own 5 shares of Infosys, then as a dividend or as a compensation or as a special benefit, Infosys will give me 1 share. This refers to 5-to-1. For every 5, I'll get 1. Buyout and safety net, these are the investment banking terms. Buyout refers to when Infosys will sell the stock to investment banker. Investment banker will sell the stocks to capital market after a period of time. Safety net refers to when Infosys sell to market. However, in this there is a condition that if before 6 months price will get down, then Infosys will reimburse, or the investment banker will reimburse the exact difference. Take an example, Infosys launched at 2000 and after 6 months the price would reduce to 1980, then investment banker will pay 20 rupees per share to all. This is known as safety net. FPO, we all know FPO refers to follow-on public offers when Infosys continue to raise money via equity, and then refers to private placement. Private placement like this. Private placement refers to this. Infosys shares investment bankers, HNIs, high net worth individual. So they are issued to high net worth individual than to local investors. I'm again reiterating the fact that ICDR is divided into various parts. ICDR compliance are long. We're going to create a series of ICDR in your system. I'm repeating that today we covered IPO, OFS, right issue, stock splits, buyout or safety net, FPO and private placement. How to determine the price, which we're going to discuss in the next video. There are 2 ways you can determine the price. One is known as book building, which is further divided into 2 parts, which is known as Dutch auction and French auction. And second is known as fixed price. But please be note that as per SEBI, the initial price, if 100, the maximum price can be got 20% more than that, or 120% of the initial price. So if the initial price is 100, the maximum can be 120 per share. This is known as band. So at last, I would like to reiterate the fact that ICDR, which refers to Indian Capital Market Disclosure Requirement, is predominantly important. And next video of ICDR, which happens tomorrow, we are going to cover the 3 critical aspects, which is book building, fixed price, and how the price would get determined. You're welcome to contact me at 919899242978. You can reach me at Rahul Magan @gmail.com, and you can contact my LinkedIn Academy, which is Foreign Exchange Maverick Thinkers. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining and thanks for your time. Have a great evening as well.